morning YouTube, welcome back to my channel, thanks for joining me. So this week we are 21 weeks pregnant. Friday I have my antenatal appointment. I think that's when they start measuring the size of the baby. I'm going to ask for growth scans as well, see what the score is with that, just because the last baby was £9.8. I'm a little bit nervous. And this one, we had last Friday we had the anomaly scan at 20 weeks, and baby's head and belly, when compared to last pregnancy, was a few millimetres bigger. But like Scott said, every baby grows at different rates, right? So just something to be aware of. So this week I'm doing, last 2 weeks since I last saw you, been doing PT, online coaching as usual, like check-ins, program changes and things, and I have also been working to build my Pilates class. So I had, for my first class I had 7 altogether, last class I had 8. So I've been around surrounding areas this week, got the leaflet up in supermarkets. I've just ordered some more leaflets, been talking to people, and that's my plan of action over the next week, just getting it in as many places as I can in surrounding areas. So I've not really targeted Stirling yet, whereas I know like when Costa, which wasn't anywhere near the centre of Stirling, was popping up in Spring Curse, it was like another 10 minutes away. They were advertising everywhere in the surrounding areas, and you necessarily couldn't get there unless you had a car. So bearing that in mind, I think it's a good idea to keep promoting it on all these surrounding areas. 15 minutes journey away, and I hear that like a lot of Pilates classes in Stirling, like all of them are full apparently. So I just need to find the people. I am targeting the people that I want to work with, which is really good. So I'm not getting anyone turning up for a hit Pilates and expecting something completely different, because it is. So that's really good news, because I do find I'm quite clear on my promotion. So I've got leaflets in chiropractic offices in Bridge of Allen. I've been speaking to a few people about back rehab and osteoporosis, and people with artificial knees who can't go on sit on the knees in tabletop, and can they join in, and are adaptations available for these people. So yeah, excited to see what this week brings. Next plan of action, because like I said in the previous video, a lot of PTs stop promoting after a couple of weeks and just try and I don't know what, I guess they just think that they don't need to promote themselves all the time. It's a rookie mistake. So you should be promoting it every week, at least until you get happy with the class size. And my aim is to have a full class of 20-25, so nearly halfway there. And I've had no one drop out as well, which is obviously a massive factor, because it's all well and good people turning up for your class, but then if no one comes back, you know. So people have said as well that they're really enjoying it and they want another class on, and they're looking forward to it each week, which is really nice to hear. So yeah, so I've recorded some of my week this week. Thanks for joining me. I keep forgetting to record me going to the antenatal appointments and the scans and things. I will get better at it. So I've recorded some sessions of PT, and just me getting steps in, some of my cooking for the week, some of the things that I've been eating. Yeah, hope you enjoy. saw me training a client there who'd been away for a few weeks. It was really important to have a catch up and seeing where headspace was at. A nice gentle session targeting the upper body. A good wee session to get back into it. Set us some new targets for the week commencing. And yeah, then I got steps in. You also see a recipe for green Thai chicken curry, which was amazing, by the way. So this recipe was amazing. So you can get these packs from Tesco's or Morrison's for chicken Thai green curry. So all in a crock pot, put in some coconut milk in. I always buy extra coconut milk because I like mine creamy. Love that. It tells you on the back of it actually what actually gets done first. But I always make sure the chicken's in there. And then I use hot water and fill it over the line, as you can see. I've not added all the spice there because I don't like how it's too spicy, a bit of a wimp to be honest. Then you leave it for 4 or 5 hours and then thicken it up. I added water chestnuts later on with green beans, and that's just white rice that I'm cooking, so I don't have any brown. It was so good. I'm adding there some more coconut oil. Helps thicken it up a wee bit as well. Then I went to the gym. This was on a Sunday now, with my partner's son, Kaelan. Trying to get him into exercise. He did really well. So we just did some simple dumbbell exercises, just because I'd only trained twice plus Pilates that week. And you can see him there doing some bicep curls, building some guns, and then move to lateral raises. Sometimes it's just about moving. This was a really gentle session. I was feeling it the next day because, as we know, it's quality not quantity. You can see there how he's figuring out the planes of motion for this exercise. And he started to feel it there, the burn. I was just letting him know as well that it's normal for it to feel like your arms are on fire. This is me now training legs on the Monday last week. So this is a pendulum squat machine. Not sure if I'm a fan of this version of it. Just don't like how much it puts on your lower back. Well, I suppose that's the point of it though. It's taking... I just like a squat to focus on quads. There's a lot of other exercises you can do for this, but it was nice to mix things up. So I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps here. It's quite awkward getting in and out of as well, to be honest. I then moved over to squat cleans. So this was the last time I've done squat cleans. I'm taking these out of the program now. I just kept them in for this long, up to 20 weeks, because I enjoyed them. You can see me there, my belt's no longer fitting my belly anymore, so I'm having to use the big strongman belts now. So you'll see me put on the belt correctly and make sure it's all supporting. The reason why I'm taking these out is, like I said, there's not much point in me putting these in the program. There's a lot more safer exercises. Plus there's a lot going on. It's a complex move and it's hard to keep breathing throughout the exercise, holding your pelvic floor together as a unit and supporting the baby. It's just too much. So I did enjoy these last time. This was 30 kilograms. As many reps as I could, going for fitness. But I was only getting 6 reps anyway. Again, you've got to think, you ought to take your ego out of it, which is hard to do when you're used to training heavy. You've got to think, how's this relative to my goals of labour and postnatal recovery, which it wasn't. So I did 4 sets of that. Then I moved over to angled leg press, which is one of my favourites at the moment. 3 sets of
high reps. So it was 12 to 15, but now I'm getting higher this week at 15 to 20 reps. Now my belly's getting in the way, so I've had to have a wider stance and not go as deep, but I'm concentrating on the neuromuscular connection to make sure that the tension stays in the quads and the thighs, which is the most important part. Then after this I moved over to some squat thrusters, so nice and light. This is only 5 kilograms. I might even go to 2.5 after this, 'cause it's more about the reps. So I did 3 sets of these. And then this week is, this was yesterday's leg workout, Mondays. So as you can see, I'm having to go even wider in the angled leg press because belly hasn't half popped in the last couple of weeks. And I've noticed that my resting heart rate has increased as well now. So I've decided to look after my heart and lungs, respiratory system, and add jump squats, so big jumps. Again, I didn't manage that many, but again, it's about quality, not quantity. So superset, did as many as I could, 15 to 20 reps, and then I moved over to jump squats. So my camera did fall off here, so I ended up recording it twice. That was the first set, and then the next set was recording here. So like I said, I just managed 5, nice wide stance. There's a lot of burning in my quads. 4 sets of this superset. Then I moved over to the pendulum for 10 reps, 4 sets. Found it really difficult. Felt it on my lower back, but I used that to my advantage and squeezed my bum this time as I got more used to the movement. Because sometimes with new exercise machines, although you may have done this movement before on another, it was the precision type of gym equipment last time. I don't know who this is by. MXP, but I am enjoying this one more now. I'm used to it. Then I moved over to 4 sets of this superset. It's absolute killer split squats for reps. So I was getting about 6 to 8 reps each leg. Heel elevated for stability, pelvic girdle strength. Again, belly started to get in the way here as well, so I had to point my knees slightly more outwards to allow me to get deeper without squashing baby. Focusing on the bum and the back of the legs, and of course squeezing the quad. I might have to look at my program as well, because it's not much point of me continuing with the split squats with a weight. Then I moved over to goblet squats, nice and wide. I am feeling this in the inner thigh this morning from this session. Again, about 8 to 10 reps. Holding the stomach in and wee and poo, the whole pelvic floor. Then I finished with 3 sets of back squats. You can see me there, braced stomach. Not got a belt on, it's nice and light, 30 kilograms for 6 to 8 reps. Again, it was just about moving. It's about 45 minutes this session, but I won't say push myself that much because you don't have to do that through every session. So I thought I'd record a little outro for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. So that was over a week, about 9-10 days. So again, I'm still training 4 or 5 times a week, generally trying to keep my steps over 65,000-75,000 a week. I've put on a couple of pounds, so for the longest time I was 12 stone, like just over 12 stone, and now I'm 12 stone 4, 12 stone 6. Obviously it fluctuates with how much I'm drinking throughout the day, but yeah, feel good. Not much. I was getting some backache a couple of weeks ago, but since starting the Pilates once a week, it seems to have relieved it, because I was starting to feel really stiff and tight. But yeah, not had anything since I've done them 2 Pilates classes, and they are focused for antenatal, and obviously I'm slipping stuff in that I can do, and that's going to benefit me as well as my participants of the class, so I'm really happy with that. Yeah, so I've got the antenatal appointment on Friday. The last one that we went to a couple of weeks ago was the shortest, and they literally just took a urine sample and checked my heart rate, and that was it really. It was a bit pointless,
whereas I think this one they start measuring the baby, so we'll see. But yeah, just going to continue training. I'll keep recording some strength and things that I get up to for next session, for the next video vlog. But if you've got any questions or anything that you'd like to see, if there's more nutrition that you want to see, I'm making vegetarian spag bol tonight and it is the bomb, so I'll try and remember, I'll get that recorded for the channel over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.